Okay. All right. Thank you so much, SD. So you gave us a brief indication of your background and how much it took you, to develop this business to the level that you are at currently.
Yeah.
I'm just going to briefly, ask you this question deliberately. I don't normally ask this,
Okay.
but I just want to check with you to say, your background is lucrative. You from the financial sector, you're working in the bank, in the insurance companies, and all of those things. If you were to do a comparison, and it's a deliberate question, to say, if you had to do a comparison and say your life in network marketing compared to your life as an employee within the financial sector and the likes, what could you say?
Wow. Look, you cannot compare the two.
All right.
It's unfair.
Oh, okay.
It's unfair to compare the two. But if I were to just at least try to answer your question, I would always say, when you're employed, it's a bit different because you rely on a stable income.
Oh, okay.
January to December, one income. Probably you might get a raise once a year, and that's not much. It will be taxed, it will be deducted and all that. And you're expected to at least ascend and move forward in life with the very same income.
Mm-hmm.
But with business, especially network marketing, like I said, I plan. I decide how much I want to earn.
Sure.
And for that reason, I'll say, okay, because I want so much, then I go out and put an effort sufficient enough to back what I want to earn.
Wow.
So if I want to earn 10,000 rand in June, I can earn 10,000 rand. But if I want 50 in June, I can still earn 50.
Okay.
Whereas when I was still employed, it was fixed contract, fixed income for the whole year. So I cannot go and say, let's compare the two. For me, it will be unfair for the employment sector compared to network marketing.
All right. But basically, if I hear you very well, what you are saying to me is that the profitability comes with the determination that you give to yourself to say, look, I'm looking at this as a business and I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to do all the foundational plannings that would guarantee me the goals that I've actually set for myself.
Definitely.
As opposed to the employment part.
Yes.
Whereby you are actually unable to come up with those type of goals because of the preset limitations by the employer.
Definitely.
That's what you're
Definitely,
saying.
yes.
Wow. Okay, that's excellent. Now, one thing that I would also maybe just want to draw in here is, it comes out very clear to me that there is value in this type of a business operation. Okay, but I know that there is a lot of people out there that would actually be negative as well about the business and would actually be saying, nah, that's not for me, nah, that's not sustainable, and all of those things. Yeah. And that basically now brings some sort of a cloud of negativity around our type of business. What can you say about that?
Basically, it's because if we look back where network marketing started, especially in Africa, it was a business of people who are unemployed.
Oh, okay.
The broke,
Okay.
It was more of people who are trying to make it out of life, and they said, okay, what can I find?
Oh.
And then you find that if at work, they come and sell your stuff and they go, and you look at them, they were not appealing. And
Sure.
you look at them like, I cannot do this.
Okay.
And some of them, back in the days, they used to do door to door.
All right.
And then you are learned, you've got your degree, and you're thinking, should I go and also do the same thing? It was a no-no.
Okay.
That is why people belittle it. But over time, we realized that this is the most lucrative industry in the whole world. Then the elite people start to join the business, and we start to go pro and do it the professional way, the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
Not the door to door, not to stand on the street and sell products, but to go out and build a business. Then we have to now go back and dig deep in what needs to be done.
Okay.
And we go and read books, we go and watch YouTubes of the lives of the Eric Wars, your Jim Rohn, and so forth. And then when you do that, we realize that, in actual fact, we're missing out. Undermine this profession. Mainly because of the people that came in before and do it before us.
Okay.
That is why when we come in now, lately, especially the young ones, we come in with new innovation. We come with technology. We come and try to do the business the modern way, the way it can suit somebody who is busy. Be a pastor, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be anybody else who wants to partner with us. They can say, I can do it. Why? Because there's value in the business.
Wow. I like what you're saying. So, as I hear you now, you're actually triggering something. There's a document that I've been busy with. I was telling SD Vivian about it yesterday. I'll be discussing with it with her a bit later. Yeah. In that, one of the first chapters that I speak about there is on a topic that says network marketing demystified. Because from what you are saying, what I pick up is that there's a perception that has been created around our type of business.
Definitely.
And people, or some people, don't even see it as a business.
No.
But what I'm hearing you say is that there is value. You just need to understand what it is. And I like what you're bringing up now with people like Eric Gori and the like, because what I pick up is that, number one, there's people globally that have made and are continuing to make a living. I mean, even not just a living, but build legacies out of this type of a business. But I think it all also boils back to the issue of the mindset, how they perceive this type of an industry. And that's the professionalism you're talking about.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Because I always say to people, I met one gentleman last week, and apparently we know one person who joined my business or my team, but we happen to know that gentleman. And he asked me, why is this so-and-so not succeeding in the very same way that you are doing and you are succeeding? And I said, it's one. You cannot join network marketing and still continue to undermine it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You might undermine it from the outside because you don't have an idea of what this business can do for you.
Oh, okay.
But once you come on board, it means you then now have seen some that can come out of this.
Okay.
Then as soon as you are inside, then you need to know what are the basic that I need to do to succeed. Wow. And if you find that, okay, here are the basic, but you continue to undermine it, means number one, you won't talk about it.
Okay.
Number two, you won't share it with the next person.
Okay.
And if you do that, it means you are now stopping your marketing. And if you stop your marketing, you cannot be able to go out and reach more people.
Wow.
If you can't reach more people, there's no productivity.
Wow.
No productivity means no levels move up.
Sure. So you're basically saying if you decide to come on board this type of a business, you need to own up.
Definitely.
You need to say, this is my business.
I always say you decide and stick to your decision.
Okay.
Because you joined, remember, you've partnered with us.
You've paid money.
Yes.
Like you bought products.
Not necessarily that you've paid money, because people buy things every month. It's not about paying money. It's about the mere fact that you decided to partner.
Okay.
It means there's something that you want. That is why most of the time, when I introduce a person to the business, after a week or so, I sit down with them. And I want to understand, why did you join? Okay. Because the moment you said to me, Mr. Madiba, I joined because all that I want is to move my kids from the rented house that I'm in to give them a house. Wow. Then you and I will then work on your pace on you achieving a home. Wow. Then I know exactly your goal about this. So then we cannot shy away from you giving your children a home. Okay. You've got to do what needs to be done in order for your children to have a home. Okay. Wow. I like what you just said right now. Let's just recap. You're saying basically, and I think this is one of the key success factors that you're highlighting right now, to say when people come on board and join your team, you sit down with them and you almost like engage and interview them. You want to know and help them build a why or a reason behind their involvement in the business. That's actually powerful. Now, what I would want to then bring in, linked to that statement that we just raised right now, this is a new year. Okay. Yeah. We have recently, many of us started with our resolutions, set goals, and all those things. And I know that as a corporate, we've got a goal that we're looking up to in relation to Africa. And it's actually known as saying, ensuring that every household in Africa has income from Longrich. And it ties back to what you've just said right now, because if you do not understand the needs or the why, or maybe the gaps in the lives of people that join your team, you are unable to support them. Definitely. Wow. Can you talk to me about that? You see, when you talk about making sure that every household have an income in Africa through Longrich or from Longrich, you need to first say, do we have families in South Africa or in Africa who don't have an income? Wow. Okay. Do we? Okay. Of course we do. I'm from the village now. During the festival, I went to the village. And one thing for sure that touched my heart was that I saw families that relies on social grant. Okay. That is not an income. They are relying on a social grant. The government says maybe there's an elderly woman, now she's over the age of 60, therefore we're going to give them a grant. Yeah. But the entire family are now relying on that as an income. Sure. Some of them, they rely on the grant that come from SASSA. because they've given birth and they're ladies and they've given birth. Now, therefore, the government is giving them that subsidy to say, while you are unemployed, this is what can help you in the meantime to at least support your children. You have got 2, you've got double income, you've got 3, you've got 3. But you find that that is the only source of income for that family.
Wow.
Now, when we say we want to make sure that every household have an income from Longrich, it does not matter how much it can be. We are saying every income will count. And the moment we help one family, 2 family, 1 at a time, we know that we are going in the right direction. Even the unemployment will be reduced in South Africa. Because I'm not unemployed. I'm not working. But I'm not unemployed. Part of the statistic, I'm not unemployed. I'm self-employed. I'm running my own business through Longrich. So if we can go out, especially in 2020 and beyond, and we say in Africa, not in South Africa only, in Africa, all we're going to do as Longrich is to ensure that every household have an income. I think we will be doing the good cause.
That's powerful. So basically, what I pick up is that this is a very powerful mission statement. But the vehicles or the means to achieving that is basically saying acknowledge Longrich as a platform that would enable the development of entrepreneurship within Africa, and through that create sustainable income, because I think the underlying statement here is sustainable income. That would make sure that it begins to make a difference in people's lives.
Right on there. We first need to know why we keep on saying an income from Longrich. We got to go back and look at Longrich, what Longrich does. What are we doing as Longrich distributors? In actual fact, in Longrich, we are simply doing what we call a brand switching. We are switching the brands from what we've been using for many, many years to start using Longrich brands. And if every family can adopt that, if every family can just adopt, from switching from your normal toothpaste to start using Longrich toothpaste, the soap, the lotion and all that, and if we can all do that, it's an income guaranteed for families. We are not saying come and do miracles. We are not saying come and travel the world. No, we simply say come and switch the brands. And when you do that, there's an income.
You're triggering the pastor in me now, you know. Because as you say this, what comes to my mind is basically you're saying you've got it. Use what you have.
Yes, definitely.
And you know,
don't change much.
I mean, and the voice says to Moses, Moses, come up hither. He comes close and the voice says, what do you have? Cast it down. The very thing that he had was the liberation of the Israelites from Egypt. So what we are saying is the very same thing that we have, your expenditure, your monthly expenditure on basic necessities can be a liberation in your life.
South Africa, they're using products daily.
So it's inevitable.
If they can continue use the products daily, but this time different, and say, no, I'm going to use the products that will then now give me an income. Without doing much. I promise you, every income in South Africa will have every household in South Africa will have an income.
I like this. Ladies and gentlemen, basically this is just so powerful and straightforward. You've got it in your hand.
We do.
Every month you've got a budget that you're spending. All of us, we need to brush our teeth, we need to take a shower, we need to wax our bodies and all of those things. You spend money on those. Just divert your expenditure, change your brand. Partner with a brand that says, I will pay you for using my products. I will pay you for expanding the market penetration wherever you are. So Africa, you've got it in you. The very same money that you spend on the other brands, divert it. That is what SD Madiba is saying to us. I like this. One key thing that I want to bring in right now is I know we touched on it a bit earlier, but when I'm standing here, having been in this business for almost 2 years, and looking at yourself as well being in this business for just less than the time that I've actually been in, would it be correct for me to look at myself and say, but Pastor Switzer, why is it that this man has succeeded or maybe achieved more than you in this? And I know there's people that would actually be saying that. What can you say about that?
Look, I say this always, wherever I go. Mind your business. Focus on your journey. You don't know. You see, I'm glad you're a pastor. You see, I always say to people, God will favor you more than he favors me, because if he gives me 10,000 rand, it's for my family. But
Okay.
if you give you 10,000 rand, it's for your family together with the congregation.
Okay.
So if God has to bless, then He has to bless you more than He blessed me.
Okay.
Right? That's my opinion.
All right.
But then when I look at the business and say, okay, in the very same thing, if we say, I came in early, somebody came in overtake me, you don't know what these people are doing behind the scene.
Oh.
You also don't know the favor that God has brought, has given them towards this business.
Okay.
We spoke about before
Offline,
we start
yeah.
offline. We spoke about the bamboo tree as
Okay.
well. Sometimes it's not that you are failing.
Okay.
No, and sorry to say this, but sometimes I will say maybe that is God teaching a lesson. I'm not saying it is. Maybe God is teaching a lesson to say, no, if I can give you 10,000 rand, you might move out of your house.
Okay.
And then when you move out of the house, the part that were supporting you before you lived, before you made money, they will then be left stranded.
Okay.
Maybe God is still teaching you something.
All right.
Sometimes it could be that you said, as soon as I make the money, so and so don't go on.
Oh.
But you've said it unconscious.
Okay.
I will buy a car and I'll go past my ex.
Oh, okay.
I'll buy the car and I'll go past so and so because I want to show them that I'm now making money. Then it means that the money that you want to make, it's not for the good cause.
All right.
Then for that reason, then God put a break and said, not now.
Okay.
Get a bit of maturity.
All right.
That's my opinion.
All right. But I like it. I like it.
So I always say, when you're in this business, there are people that are going to come and do it better than you.
Okay.
Whether they came early or late, but they can come and do it better than you.
Okay.
Because we are not the same. And that is why, for me, I always talk about the strength and weakness. You've got to understand your strength and your weakness.
All right.
My strength is on social media. It's not on cold marketing.
Sure.
So for that reason, I don't focus much on cold marketing because that is not my strength. My strength is also on social media. I go on social media.
Okay. But now, one point that I want to bring in is, you see, I understand your view. But here is this person that gets discouraged in the process.
Yeah.
Because he's looking at Percy within a very short space of time is achieving. What word of encouragement can we give to this individual?
Let's go back to that one and say, when you joined the business, did you know Percy?
Okay.
The day you signed the form, did you know about Percy?
I only saw him on Facebook. I didn't know him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then why, then that's why we spoke about my goals when I started.
Right.
I put goals down. So you put your goals down, what you want to achieve. Why somebody's goal achievement, whether it be fast or slow, distracts you?
Okay.
That is why I said earlier on, focus on your goal and mind your business.
Okay.
The moment you know that this is my business, this is my goal, you continue to do it, you're going to succeed.
Wow.
Let me take it back a little bit. In my previous network, I spent 14 months before I could earn 2,000 rand.
Okay.
But within 2 years, I was in the top 50 in the whole of SADC region.
Okay.
Why? Because I understood that it is not my time yet.
All right.
I understood that I was planting a seed.
Okay.
And anything that you plant and you water it is bound to germinate.
Over time.
Over time.
Okay.
That is why if you in the business for at least a year or so, you find people come on board and say, now I want to join, I'm ready to join. But when you check last time you spoke to them, it's maybe over 6 months ago.
Okay.
What if you quit the business because you saw that it's
not
working?
I see. Okay. Now that's possible.
So my advice to everyone who think that they are stagnant in their business is to say continue doing the basic. For as long as you are stagnant but doing the right thing,
Sure.
it's going to come. You know, in Longrich, our success is predictable.
Okay.
It is. For as long as you know that I'm doing 1, 2, 3, it's coming. The result will come. Our points don't forfeit.
Sure.
So if they don't forfeit, then it means it's coming.
That's possible.
So then all we need to do is apply a little bit of patience, maybe if possible, accelerate a bit more on terms of our productivity.
Okay. I think what I like is that you're indicating on the point of patience. Now let's go back to the aspect of the bamboo tree. What you're saying basically is that look at yourself, look at your goals, look at the effort and the job that is before you.
Yeah.
Forget about the other person. Look at focus on your lane. Basically, that's what you're saying.
True.
But as you do that, understand that every effort that you put down is not going to waste.
No.
As long as there is effort that is put down.
Yes.
Just like a bamboo tree, you would put the seed down, but you're not going to see it germinating for years.
No.
But when it comes out, it sprouts at an accelerated pace.
That is why it's maybe a lot of people don't know about the bamboo tree.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know that if they know, but if you look at you go and research about the bamboo tree, they say you plant it.
Right.
And where the farmer plant the bamboo tree daily, he waters it.
Okay.
fertilize the soil daily.
Okay.
Water it, fertilize the soil on a consistent basis every single day. 1 year nothing happens, you still do the same thing, you still water because you know that you've planted the seed here.
Okay.
And you do it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You still see
and you don't
nothing.
see anything at that point.
You don't see anything, not even a leaf. But guess what? On the 5th year, then it sprang.
Yeah.
Then it will grow to 90 feet tall in a space of 6 weeks.
Wow.
The question then will then be now, the tree took 5 years or 6 weeks?
Sure. So had you given up on the 3rd year because you're not seeing anything, you would have actually missed out.
It would have died. This is what happens with the bamboo tree. It is not growing tall. It's growing deep.
Wow.
So it grows the roots.
Okay.
In network marketing is the same. When you do your one-on-ones, when you sell your products, when you do meetings, whatever effort that you put in network marketing, it grows the business deeper.
Wow.
Unfortunately, most of the time, it does not look like it's happening.
Okay.
But guess what? The day it kept together, the day it sprang, people will think that you are lucky.
Wow. I like that. So basically, what we are saying now, ladies and gentlemen, is that the minute you commit to this business, give it your all. You might not see any results at that particular time, but commit. Continue to do it, and you will see yourself over some time if you continue to doing the right thing on a daily basis.
Definitely.
Go to that spot.
Definitely.
You know where that spot is. Put your water, put your fertilizer.
Definitely.
At some time, when the opportune time arrives, it will sprout.
It will.
Wow.
Definitely.
And basically what it says to me is that even with the individuals that you are engaging, you cannot afford to give up on them.
No, you see, thank you for raising that one. You see, network marketing for me, it's personal.
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand first, why are you bringing this gentleman to the business?
Okay.
We don't go out as network marketers to say, come so I can earn.
Yeah.
That is not what we do. We say, come, let us now improve our lives together.
Wow.
Now, I cannot now say, come, let's improve our life together. The moment you land in, 3 months down the line, I stopped what I was doing. Why did I call you?
Sure.
Because when I invited you, you are a husband, you are a father, you know? So which means the hopes of your family relies on what you have decided to do with me.
Wow.
Now, for me stopping what I promised that we're going to do, it simply means that I'm shutting the dreams of your family as well.
Wow.
So you cannot now come on board and then start and stop and start and stop using people's emotions and people's money.
Wow. I like this. It's actually very, very powerful. I just want to take a bit of a switch. And I know that we have touched on this aspect before, but I just want to say, you know, there are key activities that are expected to be done to determine success in this business. I call them vital signs. I mean, you know, when you go to the doctor, the first thing that the doctor would do, they will check your pulse, they will check your blood pressure, you know, and all of those things to determine or to do a predetermination of your health state. And I think those numbers are very critical. Your blood pressure, your pulse rate, and everything are very, very important in life. So for you, as a person that has been in this business for a while, what are the key vital signs that you think would actually need to be brought up to everyone's understanding, to say, if you persist in doing 1, 2, and 3, these are the key vital signs that would ensure sustainability and growth in your business?
It's very simple, especially in Longrich. Very, very simple.
Yeah.
Use the products.
Okay.
This is daily. I always say you got to touch your business daily.
Yeah.
But as you touch your business or as you use the products daily, don't stop there. Share the experience with the next person.
Okay.
Which means they will come and buy from you.
Okay.
As a self-employed, it means that you're going to get profit.
Okay.
And every profit matters in this business.
Wow.
Now, which means if you go and use the products, you get the result, you see the difference, then you share with the next person. The next person will then come on board as well and either come and buy.
Wow.
Number 2, you already enjoy the benefits financially of this business.
Okay.
Then you also now go out and start sharing that benefits with the next person as well. So which means if you continue to use the products, and don't shut up with it. You continue to talk to people about it. It means then you say, I'm now exposing myself and my products to the next person. And then from there, the business side of it as well. If you do that on a consistent basis, there is no way you can fail in this business.
Okay.
These are the basics. You do not, I'm not saying recruit. I'm saying share.
Okay.
Because when you share with somebody else and say, this is what I am doing, if it appeals to me, you share what you're doing and it appeals to me, then I can also take on it.
Oh, okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. So basically, if now I were to switch it and bring some values, figures to what you're saying.
Yes.
As a member, I need to make sure that I use the product. So I must be an ardent user of the product. Now, from a Longrich perspective, what SD Percy is now basically saying is that you need to be in a position to say, I cannot afford not to do maintenance on a monthly basis that would ensure that I always have products that I need to use in my household. Number two, I cannot afford not to share the benefits of the products and therefore make sure that in our context, generate your 60 PVs per week from whatever sharing or awareness or maybe brand awareness that we're creating and attracting more people to it. So that's basically what it is. Create or generate your 60 PVs every week. Make sure that you've got your 30 PVs that you do on a monthly basis. Those are some of the key vital signs.
You see,
basic.
This is the most simple one. I'm glad you've touched on the 60 PV and the 30 PVs.
Yeah.
Because as much as you use the products daily, they're gonna end. They're gonna finish. So what do you need to do? You need to come and that is why the company says monthly. All you do is just switch. So which means that you will then have to do it on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Do your 30 PV.
Okay.
Now talk about the 60 PV. Many people might not understand the 60 PV and where it comes from and what is the purpose of the 60 PV. 60 PV simply say most of us, we are not yet platinum VIPs in the business. Okay. Most. I know we are. But most of the leaders, they're not yet platinum VIP in the business. So we then now encourage each and every single member to become a platinum VIP. Okay. Listen to this one. The 60 PV, number one, it will now give you a performance bonus. Okay. Which means members will then have a weekly income by doing their 60 PVs. Okay. Number two, the 60 PV will also now trigger the development bonus as well. Okay. So which means we then have two bonuses, performance as well as development on that one. Wow. Which means at the same time, we are now, all of us, we are now going to become platinum VIP. The moment we become platinum VIP, it means we are going to now partake in the global sharing of what the company has given everyone to say, we're going to give 1% away. That 1% is going to be shared only by those who are VIP. Okay. And if you're not yet a VIP, simply means that you are now missing out on the big chunks of money. Wow. Now, when we say we do 60 PV, the intention of the idea is number one, to have a weekly income for everyone in the team. Okay. Number two is also to have performance and development. Number two is to also to make sure that each and every single person becomes a VIP and also starts sharing in the dividend of the company that is giving out every single month. Wow, I like this. It's actually very, very powerful. Now, what I want to just to add, on what we've just said right now is that it's actually quite interesting because, you're already counting 2 or 3 different types of incomes that we can actually get out of this business. Definitely. And that gives me an indication that there is more, that you can actually build. But it all depends on the foundations that you set for yourself. Remember now, you talk about 3 income here. Yeah. I'm talking about income only. But your 60 PV then means that there's a growth in the team. Okay. And if there's a growth, then people move levels. Okay. And when people move level, there's incentive for moving up levels. Okay. So there's overseas incentive as well. Okay. There's all these other incentives that will also come in place for an entire Longrich, for as long as each and every member who comes to Longrich, they decide to stick to the 60 PV weekly. Wow. So it's big. When I look at, I was not part of the leaders that came and analyzed it and come up with this success factor. But when it was not even presented to me, when I saw it, I knew very well that this is a game changer for Longrich. Wow. This is going to help a lot of people to build this business and succeed beyond, because when we started, there was no such. But we still succeed without it. So how much more when we now says we've got 60 PV, which is going to help every single person in Longrich to succeed. I'm enjoying this. So which means every member must do the 60 PV. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. I spoke about, I think it was yesterday, I said, if you are a business owner, I don't call ourselves entrepreneurs. No, I'm not. We are self-employed. Okay. We are not employees, we are self-employed, so we're employing ourselves. Then we then say, as a business owner, what are my monthly business expenses? Okay. And the moment you identify your monthly business expenses, then you can then say, if I'm spending so much on my business, then I can say I demand to earn so much.
Okay, recap on that.
You're a business owner.
All right.
You run a business. There must be business expenses.
Yeah.
Now, you need to look at your business expenses
Right.
and say, these are my business expenses.
That's
if
right.
I spend so much, therefore I demand to earn so much, because my expenditure at least should give me a turnover of so much per month or per annum.
So what you put in creates a determination of what you can pull out.
Definitely. You cannot come and say, I spend 200 rand per month on your business expense and say I want to earn 100,000 rand.
Sure.
It does not make sense.
Yeah, that talks to the growth. And I think it also touches on this key aspect of saying the expenditure that you're talking about is not just necessarily on products. It's expenditure on your marketing.
Definitely.
It's expenditure on the cost of doing business.
Flights,
And all those.
accommodations,
Wow.
venues, you name it. But that on its own, that is why, Pastor Sfiso, sorry, just to go back. I think it was April, May last year. I drove to Cape Town. I was new in the business.
Okay.
It was me and my two brothers. We drove to Cape Town.
Okay.
1,400 kilometers.
Wow.
We went to Cape Town. We had 6 meetings that weekend.
Okay.
We were fairly new. I think I was Diamond 3, Diamond 4. Very new in the business. We had no money to go and take a flight and book a fancy hotel. I remember we slept in one hotel, 1 room, 3 beds.
Sure.
But nobody knew.
Wow.
That was expenses of what I wanted to attract. I couldn't sit at home and say, therefore, I don't have money. I will only go to Cape Town
When
the
I have
moment I
money.
make money.
Wow.
Remember, work come before pay. So I had to work first. Then as soon as I work, then the pay will come. That is why a lot of people say, but then how did you then reach success faster in Longrich? It's because I understood that it takes money to make money.
Wow. You need to be committed. You need to be willing to pay the price. You need to be willing to go out of your comfort zone and say to yourself, I can see this thing has a potential and I'm willing to commit to it. I'm willing to give it my all. I mean, allowing yourself to step out of the comfort of your house, drive 1,400 kilometers to be squashed with other guys in one room and look at where you are today. But I'm here. I want your success, but I'm not willing to pay the price that you've paid.
It won't work.
It won't work.
It won't work.
Wow.
We can forget it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. TMT himself, Percy Madiba, the Tycoon. If you really envy or maybe look up to what he has, hear what he says. He's done it. We have seen him. We continue to see him. Let us make sure that we learn out of this. As we gradually or maybe drawing ourselves to closure, I just want to bring in these last 2 points that I want us to talk about right now. You see, the aspect of leverage in this type of a business. I'm of the view that it is important, but I don't want to impose my understanding on this. I want to get it from you to say the concept of leverage in network marketing in general. What could you say about it?
Look, I think that's the most important thing. That's what we want in network marketing. We want leverage.
Yeah.
We want residual income.
Okay.
That is why there's I always talk about this. Say rich.
Okay.
RICH.
Okay.
Residual income create happiness.
Wow.
Because
residual income creates happiness.
because leverage means that you're going to earn residual income.
That's it.
Spoke about my trip to Cape Town.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was really new. But all of a sudden, when I'm back in Joburg, we've got a group of people, of individuals in Cape Town who continue to chase their goals.
Okay.
And when that happens, it also leverages towards my income as well.
Wow.
That is why we decided that we go to Botswana. We went to Botswana. We didn't know anybody in Botswana. First time in Botswana, I got lost, but I got there.
Okay.
Went to Lesotho. First time to Lesotho. Went to Mozambique about 4 months ago. We're 3 of us. We got to Mozambique. Funny part, when you get to Mozambique, they don't speak English. It's Portuguese. And we didn't know anybody. What we said we want to go to Mozambique and then start a new team in Mozambique.
Wow.
What are we doing? We want to leverage. Okay. Because when you are in network marketing, you need to understand that countries have their own challenges.
Okay.
You know, there might be recession in South Africa, but if you've got a global business, your business still be sustained by other countries.
Okay.
Nigeria, you might have business in Nigeria, but if you find that Nigeria have maybe there's a war in Nigeria and everything get affected, if you've got a global business, that also sustain your business. So when I talk about leverage, I'm talking about going out and tap into different markets that will always going to continue to run in your absence. Wow. And then what that happens, it means that you are touching our different lives. You are making that every household in Africa is having income. By so doing, you are leveraging yourself, and at the same time, you're always going to be making money.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is great. You know, I wish time was actually on our side. But you know, what we are saying to me right now is that for you to reap the benefits of, or the outcome or the output of leverage, there is something that you need to put in.
Definitely.
You need to exert yourself
first
on the people
yes.
that you want to leverage from.
Yes.
So when you drove down to Cape Town, you got there, established a team. You didn't leave it at that.
No.
You went on and continued to build those individuals. Yes. And today you're sitting back. You don't need to be in Cape Town, but you are in Cape Town.
Yeah.
You have duplicated
the business
yourself.
Just duplicate yourself in Cape Town.
Wow.
Yes. That's more like a franchise. You see how the franchise grow. Pick n Pay has grown so well, not because they operate in one.
Yeah.
None of us have seen the owner of Pick n Pay.
Roman Ackerman, you won't find him in all those shows.
No, you'll never see him. He has leveraged himself to
yeah.
say, for as long as you're going to come and buy bread, I'm making income. Whether I'm based in Cape Town or I'm based in the UK, for as long as you go and buy at any of my store, there's an income for me. And that's exactly what we do in network marketing.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, see an opportunity. When you see the opportunity, make sure that you can grasp it. And as you grasp it, give it your all. Work on it and make sure that you can grow it. As you're talking about this, you reminded me now of one of the richest people in the world, Warren Buffett. Yeah. You know, I was saying to you offline earlier yeah. that, you know, people like Warren Buffett, we see statements, you know, that are running around that says, he would say a statement like, if you were to start again from the beginning, he would actually look for a network marketing company.
Yes.
I mean, that for me, it's a very, very powerful view. But the question is, what is it that he means by that? But I believe that he's actually pointing to the aspect of leverage. To True. Say, network marketing business or the network marketing type of a business gives you an opportunity to leverage on a global performance.
Perfect. That's all. Because he does not say, because he says, if I were to start all over again,
right.
I will choose a network marketing company and a start.
He
does not say, I'm going to come and become a pre-diamond.
No.
No. He wants to run a network marketing company because he understands leverage. So sure. That's how he's making his money.
Wow.
By leveraging himself globally.
Yeah. You know, on this booklet that I'm writing, I'm talking about, as I've indicated earlier, yeah. network marketing demystified.
Yeah.
Many people, when they think about MLM, network marketing, they are clouded. Their minds are programmed to the first thing, think about pyramid schemes and the likes. Not understanding that network marketing is a concept, is a business concept that is actually very deep. I shared a document with SD Vivian when we had the Vision 2020 Summit
yes.
Session the other day. And I'm not sure to what extent has she read it, but I want us to engage on that.
Yeah.
There's a section on it that basically says, big business, sit down and they analyze and say, what is it that we will do to make sure that our products, our brand, goes out there at a rapid pace? And guess what? Network marketing comes out top.
Definitely.
As one of the key ways to get there. So
well, you can't beat word of mouth. You can't beat word of mouth when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, I was in the employment sector before, in the banking and insurance. We used to do pamphlets.
Yeah.
You used to do pamphlets. And when you give me pamphlets, 90% of the chances that I'm going to throw it in the dustbin.
Yeah.
But if I can give you a good service, you're going to tell the next person, the next person, the next person. So then I've created a lifetime referral system.
Sure.
So that's exactly what network marketing is doing.
So what it does is, and allow me, I would actually want to bring in these two concepts.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at network marketing, and I think that goes to all the people that are watching this, especially people that are in our business right now,
yeah.
to say, look at network marketing as a means to an end. Because sales is something that every business wants to pursue to make sure that there is growth in the business. You need to push sales. But marketing becomes a concept that ensures that there is sales. Network marketing and multi-level marketing then takes the concept of marketing to another level,
Yes.
which is basically this part that I want to bring. Look at network marketing as viral marketing that will give you compound benefits. And with that, I know that statement is very loaded and we can discuss it some other time. But viral marketing, you know, when you look at a virus, it doesn't require permission from you to expand.
No.
As long as the environment is conducive,
Then
it will spread.
It will spread.
So network marketing is like that. If you get the right people, duplicate yourself, it will continue to grow and expand even when you are not involved in it.
You know, talking about marketing and most companies doing sales, and I always say, and I always ask people around me, I said, show me one millionaire who does not sell.
Yes.
If you think you hate sales, just show me. I'm not talking about somebody who won lotto, somebody who got inheritance.
Yeah.
Pure business owner who became a millionaire and he does not sell anything.
None.
So if that means that all millionaires sells, we can't go back and undermine network marketing.
Wow.
Because you go back to why people undermine network marketing. They undermine because they think we are selling.
Sure.
They think we sell products.
Okay.
So, no, who am I? No, I've got my degree, so I cannot sell. Listen, every company sells.
Yeah.
Products or service, but they sell.
That's
the
it.
difference comes in how do we sell. They sell it through TV, adverts, billboards, newspaper, radio, and all. But we do through a word of mouth, and you cannot beat word of mouth marketing. You can't.
Sure. That's powerful. I mean, you, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go to that right now. I want us to get to close, this session today, but it's quite exciting. As we want to piggyback on the aspect of leverage, the last aspect that I want us to talk about right now is just slightly go deep onto the aspect of duplication, because and I think this is very important, and that would actually make sure that there is sustainable growth in whatever that we do.
Yeah.
If you're looking at building a successful global business, duplication is inevitable. What's your take?
Yeah. This is what I always say. My success is purely based on what my sponsor have done.
Okay.
That's it. If you think I'm succeeding, you then have to look at my sponsor.
Sure.
Because all that I'm doing is to duplicate what she's been doing.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Because if you are in network marketing, you are not duplicating. And I always say this: network marketing without duplication is just a boring job.
Okay.
Because when you come on board here, you got to understand first what are we doing.
Okay.
And how do you understand that? You got to ask the person that introduced you to the business.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will tell you, Pastor Sfiso, what do you do here? We use the products. We share the experience. We maintain by buying 30 PV monthly.
Yeah.
And a weekly, we do 60 PV. This is what I'm doing. You want the proof of that? I can show you as well.
Sure.
Now, when you come on board, what do you need to do? Exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an SD. You are a pre-demo.
Yeah.
You want to get to SD. You do that. It leads you straight to SD.
And there is a predictability that you're referring to.
Look, you can project. The only thing is that when it's going to take you to get to SD, that will now go back to how much effort do you put.
Putting in?
Because if I put 2 times the effort, you want to do it 2 times faster, you must do 4 times the effort.
Sure. Yeah.
But duplication need to be done. If you are not duplicating anybody in the business, you are cheating yourself of good money through this business.
Yeah. It is possible that your sponsor might not be there anymore in the business. But what SD Percy is basically saying is that look up.
Yeah.
There are those people that have walked
Definitely.
this path, that have succeeded or are continuing to succeed in this business. Look up to them.
Yeah.
Learn their patterns. Make sure that you can duplicate as much as possible. I like what Eric Warren says. He says, I couldn't have succeeded without mentors in my life.
Definitely.
And your mentors might not necessarily be people that are connected to you all the time. It might be in books. It might be through the social media clips that SD Vivian posts occasionally. It might be in the sessions like this. You're listening to us right now. There is mentorship. You're picking up something in the process.
Yeah.
But be able to understand that you need to learn from someone that has walked this path.
Definitely.
And adopt what they have done. And in that way,
Definitely.
that's a powerful one.
Yeah.
There is this gentleman in closing called Grant Cardone. he's got a concept that is called 10x. And I just want to summarize what you've just said right now, with that statement to say you need to 10x yourself, 10 times yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to rise to the highest levels, look at what you're doing today and say, I need to 10 times what I'm doing so that I can guarantee growth and 10 times growth in what I'm doing.
True.
Excellent.
I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people than 100% of my own.
Yeah.
That is when then now you go back then now and say you're going to leverage yourself by empowering others.
Wow.
Because you see, this is hence sometimes I sit down with leaders that I think we can walk this journey further, and I want to identify what they want to achieve in this business. So I can also set my pace to say, then I can now work and develop you, because when I do that at the same time, it means now I'm now duplicating myself in you. And if I can have 10 times of what I am doing, then I'm going to be multimillionaire.
Powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of those of you that are serious about doing this business, the year is still early. Today, the 7th of January. We all agree. I mean, it's you can't dispute this. There is life in Longrich. And whatever that you might have seen in the past in terms of social media clips and whatever else about Longrich, hear me, it is nothing compared to the ultimate potential that is embedded within this platform. If you can just decide to plug in and give it your all, I can assure you that greatness would actually become out of you. Mr Percy, thank you so much for your time. As a word of closure, just to summarize everything that we have just said, just give us your closing remark.
I will say in 2020, focus. Focus. Focus on one course until success.
Wow.
There is nothing you can do on a consistent base without yielding the result. Everything that you do on a consistent base will always yield the result. You can go back to the bamboo tree story, the same thing. But what's important for me, in network marketing, I read books. I read books, I watch YouTubes, I follow a lot of great leaders globally. But one couple that has really gave me the confidence and the belief of what this industry can do for us is the late Mark Yanel and Renee Reed Yanel.
Wow.
And they wrote a book called Your First Year in Network Marketing. Mark said in his introduction, he said, if you do manage to survive the first year in network marketing without quitting or lose the sense of humor, the odds are great that you're going to continue long enough to become quite wealthy and successful.
Sure.
So your 12 months in network marketing, it is the most important time of your season in your business. If you miss the 12 months, you don't commit for 12 months, you don't put an effort for 12 months, you will say it is not working. Look, each and every member of Longrich or of any network marketing business who has committed, sacrificed, and built their business for 12 months. Look at the result after. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's predictable. So in 2020, my advice to all Longrich members or network marketers, I would say, focus. And focus on one course. Make sure that whatever that you do in 2020, it must give you result.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr Percy.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our broadcast today. One thing that I would say to you is that Longrich is here. We are about hope.
Yes.
Helping others or other people excel.
Yeah.
Hope, that's what it is for me. When I looked at SD Vivian, when I looked at SD Soli, when I look at SDs like Percy, Happy, Chabe, and all the key leaders that we have, all that they do is basically creating an emblem that says it is possible. And that is why my signature would always be #Iyenzeka lento, because you've done it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and
so much,
gentlemen.
sir. Thanks for having me.
Excellent.
Thank you.